Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Justin Betty. As the COVID-19 vaccine rollout continues, Wisconsin has one of the highest rates of vaccination in the country right now. And today, Governor Tony Evers and state health officials announced they plan to open 4 more community-based vaccination clinics within the next 2 weeks. That includes one in north central Wisconsin. Newswatch 12's Megan Mamlock joins us now live in studio with details. Megan?
Thanks, Justin. The vaccination clinics will be located in La Crosse County, Racine County, Marathon County, with the last clinic split between Douglas and Barron County.
The first vaccines arrived in our state just over 2 months ago. More than 1 million vaccine doses have been administered statewide. That includes more than 45% of our folks over the age of 65 who have received at least 1 dose of the vaccine.
Last week, Governor Evers signed a bipartisan bill to help grow the vaccine program by allowing all pharmacy technicians and students to administer the COVID-19 vaccine.
As of yesterday, Wisconsin was 4th in the nation for the percentage of our vaccine supply used.
Well over 1 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine have been distributed, and over 370,000 people have received both doses at this time. Wisconsin vaccine allowance has also increased, which is good news, as teachers and child care workers are scheduled to begin vaccination starting March 1st.
This week, we will have 115,000 first doses to distribute to vaccinators, which is a 64% increase from mid-January.
Wisconsin continues to receive 115,000 doses for the next 2 weeks in order to help address gaps in vaccine access and support vaccination efforts.
Walgreens locations across the state will receive 35,350 doses of vaccine this week, which is double the amount they received the week before.
All individuals are currently eligible for the vaccine, regardless of where they live, will be able to schedule an appointment. People can schedule the appointments by calling 1-800-WALGREENS or visiting their website. You can also find vaccination options by contacting your healthcare provider. And in the meantime, Wisconsinites are still encouraged to continue to mask up and wash their hands frequently. Justin.
Thanks, Megan. A new study suggests many folks who recover from COVID-19 may not get back their sense of smell or taste for months. Canadian researchers surveyed 813 healthcare workers who tested positive for COVID-19. Among the 580 of those who lost their sense of smell, 17% they still had not regained it even 5 months later. Of the 527 who lost their sense of taste, 9% were still having issues 5 months later. The Community Blood Center is urging anyone who is healthy and eligible to make blood or platelet donations, saying the recent extreme winter weather has caused the demand for donations to rise. CBC is reporting a 25% decline in blood supply, with blood type O negative and positive the most desperately needed at this time. The CBC is the sole supplier of blood, platelets, and plasma to nearly 30 hospitals in northeast and north central Wisconsin, as well as the UP. For more information on how to donate, you can contact the Community Blood Center. President Biden has ordered federal flags be lowered in remembrance of the more than 500,000 Americans who now died from COVID-19. That includes the flag atop the White House, flying at half-staff this morning, seen here. The order applies to all flags on public buildings and grounds, military posts and naval stations, federal and naval vessels, and U.S. embassies until sunset on Friday. Outside, Jeff, I know it wasn't that warm today, but it felt like spring.
Yeah, we had a high of 43 today with sunshine. That felt good. But now the clouds have rolled back in, and we have snow that is not too far away from us right now. In fact, here is the winter weather advisory for this evening into parts of tomorrow morning. We're going to have snow arriving for us most likely around 9-10 o'clock this evening and lingering into tomorrow morning. All right, here's the radar out there now, and most of this is rainfall currently, but it'll all fill in tonight and bring us some snowfall, especially along and north of Highway 29 and primarily along Highway 8 to the north as well. And that could be a pretty good snowfall for us. The bulk of the energy still is way over here to the west of us still. That's going to move through later on this evening and bring us that burst of heavier snow, most likely around midnight tonight. That will add up. In fact, here we are the number-wise. If you're along and north of Highway 8, look for plenty of snow tonight into early parts of tomorrow morning. Your full forecast is coming up. Justin?
Thanks, Jeff. A third person has now been Department arrested tied to a homicide investigation out of Marathon County. Back on February 10th, Sean and Jared Carl were arrested, tied to the death of Christian Shower, whose body was found in the McMillan Marsh area. The Marathon County Sheriff's Office has now also arrested 20-year-old Audrey Benson of Marshfield, who they believe was also involved. She's now scheduled for an initial appearance in court tomorrow at 2. The recent extremely cold temperatures led to a spike in owls being taken in for help by Wisconsin wildlife sanctuaries. Officials at the Raptor Education Group in Anago say they traditionally treat hundreds of owls every year, but this year they saw a total of 10 come in all within a few days of each other, all for the same reason.
It would be really unusual for us to get so many at one time, all from the same situation, all starving, and that's what happened during this period.
Officials say despite the raptors being pretty familiar with Northwood's weather, the formation of ice on top of the snow from the high and low temperatures, especially those really cold dips, made it hard for them to hunt.
Ice formed between the layers of snow like a sandwich. So rather than just plunging through the snow, which is what they normally would do in every other winter, they would hit the ice layers, and they weren't able to get through that. So it set up a situation of a difficult situation for them to hunt.
Gibson says if you spot a struggling owl, do not try to feed it. Just place it in a box with holes so it can breathe, and give them or your local animal sanctuary a call as soon as possible. Youth-focused organizations in Rhinelander can now earn up to $1,000 through U.S. Cellular's Community Connections program. Organizers can sign up at communityconnections.uscellular.com. You have 14 days then to rally friends and family and community members to complete digital activities, things like watching a video or following a U.S. Cellular social media channel to earn funds. So this boosts their social media profile as well. Each completed activity earns money that then goes back to the organization. Since launching, U.S. Cellular has awarded more than $1 million to over 3,000 groups nationwide. Doctors Foster and Smith was once the largest employer in Rhinelander before it closed a couple years ago. Now the vacant building is back up for sale. We'll show you what that may mean going forward in just a few minutes. But first, Jeffson with your full forecast, including that snow on the way tonight. That's next on Newswatch 12 at 6.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano.
Does your kitchen need a tune-up? We'll turn your kitchen into a space that you'll love. A variety of services to choose from, and most projects are completed in 1 to 5 days. You'll love your kitchen without spending a fortune. Call Kitchen Tune-Up today.
At Len's Truck, we've made the buying experience fast and easy. All our trucks are guaranteed clean, certified, can be bought hassle-free online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. And when you buy a Len's Truck, know that you're buying the best used truck money can buy. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move. Go now to lenstruck.com.
Len's Truck.
You have found your soulmate. Now it's time to find the perfect ring. At Golden Carrot Jewelers, you can choose from an extensive selection of engagement and wedding rings. Fresh designs reflecting the most current trends, from organic, art deco, and vintage design to timeless classics in white, yellow, and rose gold. See the new Romance Collection, Lyria and Lumiere Bridal Collections, and new styles from Gabriel, New York, Eskashi, and more. Engagements begin here. Will yours? Golden Carrot Jewelers, downtown Minocqua.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your fort?
Sure, but the fort fee is 10 cookies.
Psst. Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
Does your kitchen need a tune-up? We'll turn your kitchen into a space that you'll love. Kitchen Tune-Up, the fast and affordable way to freshen up your favorite room. A variety of services to choose from, and most projects completed in 1 to 5 days. Call Kitchen Tune-Up today.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Ag Country Farm Credit Services.
Hey
There you are. Welcome back, my friends. Well, we're tracking 2 weather headlines tonight. First up is the warmer temperatures today, followed by some snow back in the forecast for us tonight. Look at these high temperatures today. 43 in Rhinelander, 48 Wapaka, 42 for Marshfield. So you get the idea. Well above average temperatures today. Tomorrow, not so much. We're going to cool off again tomorrow. Outside now, it's still 40 in Arborvita, 39 for Merrill and for Wausau, 41 for Green Bay. And there is some rain falling across central Wisconsin right now that will turn to snow over northern Wisconsin tonight. Here are the averages. The average high is 29, the average low is 9, the record low being 27 below back in 1910, a long time ago, and sunset now at 5:37. You hear the snowfall amount so far this snow season, 43.9 inches, and we are going to add to that tonight. But this, first off, was the line at the car wash today. Just kidding. But a lot of you were in that line, but don't do it, not yet, right? Do it tomorrow, the next day, once we get past some snow later on tonight. As out there right now, here's a cool picture, right? Lots of pictures there. Anyways, the clouds are increasing across the area now, and then tomorrow we have some more cooler temperatures on the way. Okay, so here are the advisories. This is your tax dollars at work saying be careful out there tonight. A winter weather advisory for snow this evening. There will be a sharp cutoff between snow and no snow, most likely right over Marathon County. If you're in Portage County, Adams County tonight, you'll likely see all rain or mostly rain from this. Meanwhile, north of Highway 8, mostly snow, and that snow will get heavy for a couple hours tonight. Here's the radar. Now, this looks like we got a lot going on, right? But most of this is just WAM, or warm air advection. Ideally, it's saturating the atmosphere, and thus the snow that comes by later on tonight will fall straight down through the column of air, and thus give us some pretty good snowfall rates, and most likely some big flakes tonight, too, if you're out and about this evening. So here's the main source of the energy, right over here across the west of us, across the Dakotas. That's going to swing by something like this later on this evening, and we're just to the north of that track, which means we are in the ideal spot for some snow, especially along and north of Highway 8 tonight. And here's that map. So again, a widespread 2 to 4 inch snowfall along and north of Highway 8 this evening. Notice the plus there, though. Some guidance suggests areas of northern Oneida County, Vilas County, Forest County too, could see spots with 5 inches tonight too. So that's going to slow your roll tonight in the early parts of tomorrow morning. Your forecast then for tonight, though, is scattered snow showers. That snow could be heavy at times, especially after midnight, with low temperatures down near 27. For tomorrow, all right, flurries early, followed by some clearing through the afternoon. At high temperature, much colder, near 33 tomorrow, with that northwest wind around 10. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northern Furniture and Mattress shows, yeah, cooler, right? Thursday, 28. Friday, back in the 30s. Our next chance for snow after tonight is on Sunday, and then again on Tuesday of next week. Justin?
Thanks, Jeff. Doctors Foster & Smith was a Rhinelander-based company at one point, one of the city's biggest employers. Petco eventually bought the company, however, and closed the Rhinelander business back in 2019, costing nearly 300 people their jobs. Now, a new company has bought the building, and local officials hope it marks a new beginning for it.
Petco moved out a number of years ago, and they've held the property since. It's a wonderful piece of property, warehousing, call center, etc. It's not been marketed very heavily in the Rhinelander area. With Evergreen, I really believe that it's going to receive much more focus in terms of marketing.
In this time, the Oneida County Economic Development Corporation is working with this new company, Evergreen Trading, their real estate company based in New York. And company officials say they were pleased to see the building itself in such good condition. They believe it has a lot of potential.
The goal with the former Petco property, very simply, is to take what we believe was an underutilized and maybe underappreciated asset and find tenants. So make this a productive property within the local community and within the county.
Now, Evergreen is once again trying to sell or lease the building, so it makes sense they would say nice things about it. We'll keep you posted as we learn more. Many people haven't been getting out as much during the pandemic, and now the deadline to renew expired driver's licenses for ages 60 and up has been extended to May 21st. The state DMV estimates that extension will impact about 62,000 drivers across the state. Drivers who need to visit a DMV can reduce their time in the service center and the wait lines by beginning the process online using the driver license guide. You can also make an appointment there. Also, drivers who no longer want to continue driving can easily exchange their license for an ID online. For more information, you can visit wisconsindmv.gov. Former law enforcement officials are being questioned today on Capitol Hill for their response to last month's attack at the Capitol. We'll have the latest on those hearings, including where law enforcement officials believe things went wrong. After the break.
I think my teachers are really awesome. They're just so nice and willing to help with anything we need.
What I think everybody should know about the RVA is that it's not what you might think of as a typical homeschooling experience. It's very challenging.
Most people think that you don't get to talk to people if you're homeschooled, but it's the opposite of that.
It's flexible, but it offers each kid a chance to excel in subjects that they're good in, and it gives them extra support in the subjects that they need help in.
The RVA has changed my life by helping me prepare for college and encourage me to plan ahead for life.
Hi, my name is Betty. I had taken a fall in November and, unbeknownst to me, got a horrible whiplash. Dr. Scher was the first one to tell me, well, you know, Betty, you've got 2 bulging discs and a pinched nerve. So I signed up with Dr. Scher. It worked. It worked. I mean, I now have full range of motion. It was life-changing. I don't have any pain.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery. Just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Quality Homes of Tomahawk now sells modular homes built by Wisconsin Homes. Wisconsin Homes has maintained a tradition of building some of the finest homes on the market. Quality Homes also has a large selection of new manufactured and mobile homes. New homes starting at only $38,900. All prices include delivery and setup anywhere in Wisconsin. Whether buying your first home or a cabin getaway, Quality Homes has the experience and expertise to make your dreams a reality. Johnny Greaves is back in Eagle River this weekend for the Arctic Derby Dash UTV races. Check out derbycomplex.com for tickets and information.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano.
GOP lawmakers in Wisconsin introduced a series of bills designed to make it more difficult to vote absentee in elections, saying they want to establish more trust in the voting process. State voting officials say this November's election ran very smoothly, though former President Donald Trump made so far unsubstantiated claims of any widespread voting fraud. The new measure would require absentee voters to provide an ID for every election, create more paperwork for those who want to vote early at clerks' offices, and put new limits on when voters are considered indefinitely confined because of their age or disability, putting more burden of proof on them. Governor Evers is likely to veto the measure if it makes it through the legislature. Former top law enforcement officials are being questioned today on Capitol Hill in their response to the deadly January 6th attack on the Capitol. This is the first in a series of Senate hearings aimed at uncovering what exactly happened that day and trying to fix security lapses to make sure it doesn't happen again. Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
That the testimony you will give before this
testifying publicly for the first time since last month's deadly siege on the U.S. Capitol.
These criminals came prepared for war.
Former law enforcement officials grilled by senators about how an angry mob was able to overrun what is supposed to be one of the most secure buildings in the world.
We must have the facts.
Former U.S. Capitol Police Chief Stephen Sund, who resigned after the attack, blaming bad intelligence for how unprepared his department was for the level of violence that killed one officer.
We properly planned for a mass demonstration with possible violence. What we got was a military-style coordinated assault on my officers and a violent takeover of the Capitol building.
Former Chief Sund and the House and Senate sergeants at arms, who also resigned, all testified they did not see an FBI alert sent the day before the attack, warning that extremists were calling for war at the Capitol. Sund revealing today his intelligence division received the FBI bulletin but didn't pass it up the chain of command. Once the violence began, D.C. Metropolitan Police responded, and the acting chief testified he was stunned by how long it took to mobilize the National Guard.
Chief Sund was pleading for the deployment of the National Guard. And in response to that, there was not an immediate yes. The National Guard is responding.
The sergeants at arms disputed the former chief's timeline for when he first requested the troops. Senators asking for phone records to clear it up. Blame and pain at just the beginning of a high-stakes search for answers.
That's Alice Barr reporting, taking a live look right now at Eagle River, just outside Northland Pines High School. Some snow will be hitting that region tonight. Jeff's in with one final look at your forecast after the break.
Update your doors with help from Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. Choose from our huge in-stock selection or design your door your way using the online door designer on Menards.com. This primed 6-panel interior door system in multiple sizes has a real wood grain texture and is ready to be finished. All Mastercraft doors are 11% off. Get 11% off everything right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Season after season, customers have found that when it comes to replacing their windows, there's only one company to call. Renewal by Andersen. Call the number below and take advantage of this limited time offer. Plus, go with Renewal by Andersen and you get Renewal by Andersen's signature service. The perfect blend of the best people in the industry, a superior process, and an exclusive product. Call today to schedule your free window diagnosis because this incredible offer is only available for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen. The better way to a better window.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need an expert who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
The Great American Sales Event at your local Ford store has just been extended. Don't miss out on 1,000 President's Day cash on top of other offers on Ford F-150. With deals on America's workhorse, now's a great time to buy. Hurry in or shop online before March 1st. That's right, we've added days to get 1,000 President's Day cash on a 2020 Ford F-150 for $7,250 in total value. Hurry, the Great American Sales Event ends soon.
Since its inception 5 years ago, Incredible Bank Foundation and Incredible Bank employees and owners have donated nearly $1,250,000 to charities throughout the Minocqua and Eagle River area. But the truest measure of our support comes from our employees, who have contributed $4,000 in 5 short years to community organizations that better the lives of residents living in Minocqua and Eagle River. Incredible Bank, helping you start something incredible and finishing it.
Hi, I'm Jenna with Miracle Ear of Park Falls and Medford. If you are struggling to hear your favorite news and entertainment shows, come and see me for your free hearing test.
Scientists say they have discovered the oldest known rock art in Australia. It's a painting of a kangaroo. This is Australia. Created, they believe, more than 17,000 years ago, Jeff.
I don't see a kangaroo.
Well, I can't tell you.
Do you see it?
Well,
it's in there somewhere.
So weather tonight, Jeff. Gonna see some snow.
Yeah, we have snow. All right, but first off, temperature-wise, all right, we had 43 for a high today. Right now, we're back in the 30s for most of us, but that's meaningful because there is some rain just to our south and west right now, overspreading the entire area tonight. As this rain falls through the air will cool very quickly, adiabatic cooling, and that's going to give us some snowfall later on tonight. And if you are along and north of Highway 8, that could be a lot of snowfall later on tonight. So here's the main system. This is all WAM, or warm air advection right there, out ahead of the main low, which is still way back over here. As that comes by tonight, that's going to give us a quick burst of snow, most likely around midnight or so. Those snowfall rates could be an inch an hour for an hour or two tonight. And that could give us something like this by tomorrow morning, a widespread 2 to 4 inch snowfall with a couple isolated spots here that could do 5 inches or more by tomorrow morning.
Jeff, you're expecting the kind of stickier, wetter snow too, right? The warmer temperatures.
Wet snow, yes.
Not the fluffy stuff we've seen.
Nope.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for joining us on News Watch 12 at 6. Wheel of Fortune is next. We'll see you back here at 10 with more.